Greetings. This is your brother, your big brother, Elder Blacklight, the custodian of my people. For I have knowledge, supreme knowledge, supreme wisdom given to me by the Honorable Elijah Muhammad out the kindness of his heart. This kind of wisdom, some people will hold back from the black man and woman so they could continue on ruling you. All praises are due to Allah, who came in the person of Master Farad Muhammad in the year 1930, July the 4th, Independence Day of the Caucasian, simultaneously the Independence Day of the black man and woman, marking it the year one of a new heaven and a new earth. Heaven is the mind. The earth is the body. Tomorrow is the day that they say our brother Jesus, well, you might as well say today because it's 12 a.m. in the morning. The darkest hours are before dawn. I'm Black Light talking to you in the night. Technically, it's morning. A new day is dawning. And I'm giving you some advice or wisdom that a lot of you haven't heard unless you're a follower of the Honorable Elijah Muhammad. When Master Farad came, he raised up the Honorable Elijah Muhammad. Almost a year after he came, he was, you could say, introduced to the Honorable Elijah Muhammad, or the Honorable Elijah Muhammad was introduced to him, or vice versa. But they both were looking for each other. And when I first was introduced to the message was back in 1946. That's the year I was born in. My mother was attending the meetings of the Nation of Islam. Now I want you to pay attention to what I'm about to say. In 2023, Easter morning, the rise of the Christ consciousness. The rise of the Christ to crush his enemy. Backed up by Allah in the person of Master Farad Muhammad. I declare my independence from this unrighteous, corrupt, evil society. I already have my name, my holy names was given to me by my uncle, partially, and I discovered the rest of them myself. Omar Kareem Nasser Muhammad. The Muhammad was given to me at Mosque number 1 on Wyoming when I was at FOI for Farrakhan. I only stayed with Farrakhan for about not even a year. It was months. When I started listening to the Supreme Minister, the spiritual and blood brother of the Honorable Elijah Muhammad, Temple number 1, Muhammad's Temple number 1 in Highland Park, in Hamilton. Then I got a radio program. I was simulcast on radio and television at a Black Brothers radio station called WHPR. The brother's name is R.J. Watkins. Still doing it. I was still working at the church as a custodian. It was all white. Now it's all black. Now look, I'm gonna run it to you straight like this. The Federal Reserve note, everybody in the world or on the planet was dealing with that Federal Reserve note, Federal Reserve dollar. They still doing it. So all the business, all your businesses, all your investments and your stock belongs to the Federal Reserve, which is backed by the Illuminati, the Rothschilds, the Rockefellers, and the Morgans. They own almost all the businesses, land. They say it's land, but it was begotten under fraudulent pretense. But they got enough armies and weapons to bully themselves into position where you can't take it from them or put them on trial because they own all the courts, the World Court, the UN, they own all that. So, but Allah has entered into the picture. So, the weapons that Allah has, is no, the Illuminati can't match them. The devil can't match that. The devil's arms are too short to box with Allah. Very few of you recognize this because you have been brainwashed and reprogrammed by the preachers. And as long as you celebrate these unholy holidays, like Easter, they don't even call it the resurrection of Christ. Why don't they call it the resurrection of Christ? They call it Easter, and they have an Easter bunny. What's that got to do with Christ rising? Yet still you suckers go for it. So as long as you celebrate all the holidays, as long as you go to their school system and be dummied down, the devil's going to be keeping you in a hellified state of condition with pandemics, with inflation, with dictatorship, with martial law, concentration camps, liquidation, hassle, and your grandchildren are going to really suffer because you're sitting back in a dummified state of mind, letting it all happen. So all the stock that you invested in ultimately is owned by the Federal Reserve because you're using he's leasing the dollar out to you. Now he's going to come up with another, since the dollar, is losing this confidence. He's coming up with another type of currency, artificial intelligence, might as well say. Everything is going to be an artificial intelligence. And if you don't do right when he say, if you don't do what he say, just like when that police stop you on the highway and tell you, get out the car, and you don't get out the car, he pulls out his taser or his gun and shoots the shit out you. Excuse my baby language. Well, the police is going to be a robot. And if you don't do what he say, he could cut your money off, turn your money off and on. That's the mark of the beast. Nothing is to be sold or bought without the mark of the beast. It also says in Revelations, the righteous will have the mark of Allah. That means your name must be changed to holy names. All my names is the names of Allah. And y'all let it happen. Y'all's letting it happen to y'all grandkids, the ones gonna catch it. I know most of y'all love y'all grandkids, love y'all children. But y'all don't understand what's happening. You got to be righteous first, brothers and sisters. When Master Farad Muhammad came to give us this supreme wisdom of self and who the enemy was and the truth of the universe, he forgave us for our sins because we're following after the mindset of the slave master. He took our names away and gave us his name. The slave master is the devil. Why we call him the devil? Anything grafted from the original is the devil. It's a devolving from the original. So you keep on listening to me, and as the days go by, you'll see what I'm saying is true, unless you just want to be ignorant. Now, ignorant don't mean stupid. It means that to ignore. The word ignorance comes from the word ignore. The word ignore is inside of the word ignorance. Our DNA is direct from the originator, black man and woman. That's why you black, brown, red, and yellow. The Caucasian lost all of that. And so he's jealous of you. But he has a science called trigonometry, psychology, a con game. All this gold comes from you. You got gold inside of you. You got silver inside of you. We the ones that manifest. Our Father is the one who manifested. Our Father who art in heaven, hallowed be thy name. Thy kingdom come, thy will be done on earth as it is in heaven. Heaven is the mind. Hell could be the mind too, if you produce it or if you let it happen to you. I'm black light in the middle of the night, 12 midnight, after 12 midnight, telling the truth and passing the mic. The truth should be told and not sold. May the peace and blessings of Allah be with you. May you purify yourselves in the supreme wisdom and walk the straight and narrow. Assalamu alaikum.